All the time.
And Billy, so they used to call me Beer Can Billy.
Knocker, is your camera not on, baby? Is your camera not on?
I don't know why it's not on. It should just go on when I go onto Discord, so I do not know why.
Hi, Tony.
Well, Tony's dressed. Glad to see it.
I am dressed.
There you go. There you go. Everyone, look at that. It all worked. All right. The boys are in.
Tanner's in jail.
Dressed, Tanner here.
Yo, what up, Gooch? Where are you at right now? Where are you coming to
I'm
us?
actually not in a green screen. I'm not at my house. You know, it's not really a really good setup. I'm at the City Furniture Lounge here at the Amaranth Bank Arena at you know for the Florida Panthers game. I'm giving you guys a little update while I wait for the second period to end.
A live stream. I love this, man.
Good. I thought you were in jail by the looks behind you. I was like, damn, he got arrested and he's coming to us live.
That's what's gonna happen if I ever brought Knocker with me and he brought those nerd ropes in. I would probably end up there.
You and me both.
And his suntan lotion bottle.
yeah, exactly.
SPF 40.
Yep, the SPF 40. Exactly.
There we go.
Dude, I love it. Gooch coming to us live. So you guys winning right now? You guys winning?
Oh, that's the reason I came out here. It just so happened that you guys called me right when they scored on a power play.
There you
I
go.
think we tied it up. I heard a horn when I was taking a piss, which means I can never return to the game. I'm a curse.
Wow.
Yep,
I'm
Damn.
stay here now. That's the
So
way
I am
it
in
works.
jail. I'm in purgatory right now.
Okay, well, but you know, I know we have you for a limited time. So, real quick, what are your thoughts on your team sucking ass the other night and losing to a depleted Eagles team?
Ouch.
Oh, okay. So you really want to chalk it up to just sucking Josh?
Wow.
Is that what Tony Romo does to Josh Allen every night
You know
in his
what,
bedroom?
Gooch, I have to agree with you, man. His
Okay,
call
you know
of
where
that
I'm gonna go with
and,
this, right?
and Mahomes, it's just downright disgusting. It really, really is. Yeah, it is. It's bad.
Now, look, you know where I'm going to go with this, right? With the referee calling, 10 penalties on the Eagles, for the Eagles, and zero, how do you have that discrepancy? I'm not here. Let me just get this out of the way. There are no excuses. The excuse of the Dolphins losing is there's no excuses. Like, we lost, straight up. I'm not going to say that was the decision maker, but
that being said,
there are certain things that you're like, how is this not a fix? How is this not where the referees are just totally game managing what the outcome's going to be? You can throw this back to the Iowa game, the college game where they faked a fair catch out of nowhere. Like,
right.
The referees more than ever this week have totally dictated how the game is going. I'm not saying it decided wins and losses, but it was just not fun to watch for me when I know that it's being catered that way. When Sirianni's given that smug little smile, like he's getting away with anything he wants. Like, and with the tush push, I'll give you.
I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts on that? Yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
It's unstoppable because nobody's known how to counter it yet. It's similar to when the Dolphins had the Wildcat. So I know how that feels when you have a cheat code and like, hey, I can get away with this. No, it's just going to end one day. You're going to have 400-pound people getting paid big money just to stop that one play. You got to it sucks when you're playing tug of war.
Tony!
It seems like a losing battle. I couldn't hear what Tony said, but it's just,
He said, put me in, coach. He said, put me in, coach. You said a 400-pound guy. Tony's like, put me in, coach.
Gotta get the big guys in there, and I just don't think anybody can stop it right now, but it's not going to last forever.
Gooch, this is how I feel about the fucking bubble screen, the wide receiver screen. They still keep running that play, and it never fucking works. They have figured it out 3 years ago, right?
Yeah,
you just go at the receiver and you tackle him for a 3-yard loss. I don't fucking understand. Now, there was a new wrinkle that the Chargers blew because Justin Herbert cannot throw a touch pass. The receiver who's supposed to block on that play, right? He faked block, and then he walked into the end zone. He was open by 10 yards, and Herbert overthrew him, and that's the way to counter it. But you can ask Wendy. I scream over and over and over. Why do you keep?
Oh wow, Knocker's screaming at the TV for football games. What else is new in this world? I mean.
Eventually, this tush push is going to.
Tony, what are your thoughts on the tush push, dude? You got any thought? By the way, everyone's complimenting on your nice apartment. I can't believe how clean you keep it. Like, it's very tidy right now.
Yeah, I just moved the other day.
I like that ficus bush back there. It looks really nice. Very good
Right.
touch.
Nice touch.
Thank
What's a
you.
ficus? Like you said, what's
Ash
a
just
ficus?
picked it up.
Ash just picked it out. That's fantastic.
She designed my whole shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
man.
always down for the tush push.
Yeah,
It's
it was
nice.
down. It's nice. Yeah. What about you, Mr. She? Again, welcome back in, Jacques. It's good to have you back. Always the finest dressed out of all of us
I
here
love it.
on the
it.
show,
Class.
and the hair is just impeccable once again.
Always.
What are your thoughts, real quick, on this? You know, the Eagles Dolphins game, as Gooch was saying about the referees and about this tush push. How far does the league let this go before they make a call on it?
As far as the game overall, I have to agree with Gooch on that. I mean, when the referees are throwing their hankies around and just going all over with the yellow handkerchief and it just takes over the game, it's not fun at that point. This was a primetime game that should have been halfway entertaining. As far as the Flappy Birds getting all the call, I mean, it was what it was. But when it comes to the tush push, listen, I don't really call that a tush push because Mama Sheik can tell you really what a tush push is all about, and it involves a whole lot more than a couple of guys. I've heard several guys sometimes, but either way, the tush push in the NFL, it's going to come down to someone's going to figure it out. It's going to get found out, and at the end of the day, 2 years, maybe next year, a year or two down the road, people are going to be looking at it, and it's going to be a thing of the past because
Should
it's literally
they outlaw it? Do you think they should outlaw it, bro?
I'm on the fence of it because it's one of those things of, is it, here's my catch on it, is if you listen to the announcers every time you hear about the tush push, they're like, Jalen Hurts gets the job done on his feet. If you watch the play, he jumps on Jason Kelsey's back, and Jason Kelsey is bear crawling across the floor. It has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts doing jack shit.
And the
Go
players
back and look at
behind
the
are
play.
giving him a prostate exam while he's getting pushed toward.
Exactly. Like he has more hands on his ass. I mean, it's just he's doing
No, but
nothing.
it's his strong legs, right? It's his strong legs pushing
Oh, yeah.
through the pile.
His strong legs. Go back and look at the play. You could literally see his feet were kicking like a toddler in a carrier. It was so bad.
I feel like we need Tony to do tryouts next year if this continues. Like, we need to all sponsor Tony to do a
I could
tryout.
grab some asses.
But as far as being banned, I mean, at the same time, it's a QB sneak. It is a form of QB sneak. I don't think it should be banned. It's just going to take the NFL a minute to adapt to stop it.
Yeah.
But
And
aren't
whenever
there
it stops, people
rules?
aren't going to care.
I know there used to be rules where you cannot assist a ball carrier in forward motion. So where is that?
See, I
rule
used to
as
think the
far
same
as this
thing.
is concerned? I don't understand. And by the way, Tony, you're the ball carrier because there ain't a chance in fucking hell I'm carrying the ball and having you push your girth, as we were speaking of behind
Wait, I
me.
gotta carry and get my butt touched?
You think I'm gonna let you
I
push
have a tight
from behind
butthole,
me?
so I'm done.
I ain't letting you push from behind me. Sorry, I'm just ain't happening. You
I
carry
would
the
just
ball.
chuck you in, bro.
That's
Get
my
it now.
worry.
You got it.
That's my worry. Here.
Oh my
See,
god.
there's nobody around me, and I'm really glad for that.
Yeah,
We're on
good,
an
dude.
outdoor casting couch here.
I
Like,
love
this is amazing.
outdoor casting couch.
I love
Oh, it's fucking
On
great.
location to the casting couch while at a hockey game.
Oh my god! Before we move on to these next the recap, real quick. As I said earlier, someone asked about the referees, and I'll say it just real quick. The referees in the NFL, okay? We've always been sus. They've always made shitty calls. Every team's been burned by a call. The NFL's not going to do shit about it because they're so big, and everyone's going to watch football the next week because no one's going to be like, hey, I'm not watching football this week because the refs fucking suck. They know that. We know that. It's not going to change. Everyone's like, oh, let's do an investigation. Why the hell is the NFL going to investigate shit and just cause a shitstorm? They'd be like, hey, the guy missed it. We moved on. It's happened in the Des Bryant catch. It's happened in so many different instances where a team's been fucked by the referees. It's not going to change, and you're still going to watch the sport. It sucks, but you're still going to watch. Knocker, you raising your hand. It's fun. Knocker, go ahead. You raise your hand first, I think. I don't know.
I am not watching next week. And
Oh
I
my
truly
God.
believe, I've been weaning off of this because of the
But are you going to
celebration.
bet on it next
and
week?
all-
Yeah, you're gonna
all
bet
this-
on it though, right? Yeah, you're gonna bet
No,
on it.
I don't bet on the NFL anymore.
Because it
I
happens in
truly
college
don't.
football the same
I'm
way.
done.
There's bullshit
No,
calls in
no,
college
it
football.
doesn't.
There's bullshit
Not as
targeting.
bad.
Yes, it is. There's bullshit targeting in college football. There's
Now.
bullshit pass interference. It happens in both sports, and you're still gonna watch college. You're a hypocrite if you watch college football over the NFL because the same referee bullshit happens in both leagues, and you know it.
College football's a better product.
Oh my God, I can't.
My point here is, this is my point. If you took the Browns in the eliminator pool and or the pick'ems, you should be eliminated. That is I've been watching football since I was 6 years old. That's 59 years. That was the most egregious call I have ever seen. That ball almost landed in the front row of the stands. Now, if you want to call holding, if you want to call defensive holding, like some people were saying, wow, they could have called holding. Fine. Holding's only a 5-yard penalty. And at that point of the game, they still would have been on roughly the 8-yard line, and they probably don't score based on the plays that came after. The ball was placed on the 1.
Yeah.
This was the biggest give to a team that I have ever seen. Now, the uncatchable ball may not be in black and white in the fucking rule book, but that's the intent of the rule. It's pass interference if the ball is catchable. That ball almost landed in the stands, and they called pass interference. That is just, you have to wonder, you just, is this shit fixed?
I mean, that's why there's a question, but at the same time, like I said, you're still gonna watch because we all love football. That's all I got to say. So moving on from there, what an upset! Yeah, go ahead, Gooch. Go ahead, Gooch.
Yeah, I have my hand up. No, I just wanted to say one thing because like they're not going to make these refs full time. They're going to keep them part time, and they're doing that on purpose because they have more money than God. They can pay anybody
Exactly.
anything if they wanted to. Also, if they were part time and they're making all these mistakes, why not have somebody like us that's sitting on the couch making these corrections, going in like having
Don't
something in their ear saying, "Hey, you mistakenly made that call. Please reverse it." And the fact that they're purposely not doing that makes me think this is a casino slot machine.
Yes.
They put these things to randomly throw screws and balls and wrenches into these games so that the betting odds get thrown to shit and everybody profits, in Vegas. Like, it makes me think this is one big prop. Like, that's really what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
That's what made me.
I think it's something like me and you said the other day when we were watching the games. You're sitting there watching, and it's like, you remember back when we thought the Rams Saints game was the worst it could get?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. See, but he just proved my point. He's like, you're still gonna watch because the bullshit's gonna happen. You just scored.
Yeah,
There you go. Let's go. I love it. Coleman, thank you for giving sub to Ashes in chat. And I like this from Dre. It says, Flame looks like Paul Bearer on meth from the WWF.
Oh my God.
The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
He's here.
Oh, I love it, dude. Oh, it's fantastic. Tramp, thank you for the beast. Thank you for the 99 score. Oh, he just played the hockey horn. Let's go, Tramp. Real quick, if you have like a 10-second comment on these games as we'll go through, like just give it to me, just pipe in. How about the Patriots over the Bills? Anybody? What a upset. I mean, anything take away real quick out of that game?
Yeah, Buffalo didn't show up.
Okay, Knocker.
Their coaching is a problem.
Okay, Knocker. I like this. How you just go quick. Knocker. Like I said, 10 seconds. Lock it in.
I just don't. There's just no way to lock in anything on this league, and I do have a little bit of rant.
Okay,
whenever you can
I
let me
asked for
go
10
on,
seconds,
I have a
Tony.
little bit of
I
rant.
asked for 10 seconds. See, this is why.
I'm saving the rant. Okay.
Tony, anything? Colts? Patriots, Bills? Anything like to add to the game?
They fucked up.
I love
Simple
this
and
place.
fast.
I love it. What about this? What about, again, every time I hop on this train, it fucking crashes off the tracks. The Lions getting fucking embarrassed by the Ravens, 38-6. Gooch, give me again 10 seconds. What do you got?
That was brutal.
We were wrong.
Okay, I like it. What do you, Sheets, what do you got?
Even Jacques Sheets picked that one wrong.
I like it. Knocker.
It's a long season. They just throw that one out the door.
All right, Tony, anything Ravens-Lions game?
Fuck them.
I like this. I like doing this. I have to do this around the horn more. All right, here you go. I like this. All right, Knocker, what about this, man? how are the Steelers 4-2 going in, beating the Rams, a team we thought, again, Puka's having an amazing season, but just can't figure it out. Steelers, Rams, which teams are they? Which one's for real? Gooch, what do you got?
No, it doesn't make sense. It's just that the Steelers are unbeaten after the bye week for some stupid reason, and they wanted to keep that narrative.
Sheet, what do you got?
What the fuck? That's all I can say about that one.
I like it, knocker.
I don't know what's going on with the Rams. They should have won that game at home. And again, the NFL is just so fucking wild. I don't even know what to think.
All right,
really
it. Tony, Steelers, Rams, thoughts?
I picked the Steelers. Get fucked.
I love you. This is a new segment. Oh, I'm putting this in. We're going over. I love this 10-second thing. I love it. Gives you only a chance to say shit. Oh, I fucking love it. And lastly here, Niners, Vikings. Kirk Cousins wins a big game. Are they for real? Are they back? Are the Niners frauds? What do you think, Gooch?
I had to say shit, man. Like I had to say, oh, it's not gonna happen. Hey, if you do it 10 times, it's not gonna happen 10 times. Like I had to say shit, and obviously I paid for it. I ate crow. That's what it comes down to.
All right, Sheet, 49ers, Vikings.
You know, everybody gets lucky in prime time 1 time out of 10.
All right, I like it, knocker.
Story in my life. I get lucky 1 times out of 10. I'm with you, bro.
Tony, Niners, Vikings.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
I like it. Perfect ending. I like it. All right, that's our recap. That was prime time. You got it. Listen, you don't get this on ESPN,
Brock
okay?
Purdy's worst game, right? Like in the regular season,
It was.
Perfect regular season.
It was.
It's over.
I mean, he was without his top receiver, but again, I think Brock Purdy has been like carried. Like I said, I think he's a Trent Dilfer quarterback. Like he had the right situation. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, let's get into our week 8 games here. We've got a big schedule coming up here. We've got let's see, on bye this week. We've got no byes this week. A full slate of games. We're going with Thursday games here up first. Well, again, make sure you get your.
I'm gonna go with whatever Jacques Sheet says. I'm actually gonna go back in.
You got it, man. Enjoy the game, dude.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Squeak. Let's go Panthers.
Thank you,
Everybody say goodbye to Gooch. Enjoy the game, dude.
Hey, guys.
Enjoy the game. Gooch going off. Enjoy, brother. Enjoy. Gooch live from the Panthers game, my friends. Live from the Panthers game. That's awesome. He's able to check in. I appreciate it. All right, boys, let's go. We're around the table here. We got Thursday. Going to be a really good game here. We've got the Buccaneers and the Bills. The Buccaneers come in at 3-3. They're 2-0 on the road. The Bills are 4-3, coming off the loss last week against the Pats. Bills, Vegas has no love for the Bucs. The Bills are favored by 8.5 in this game. This is a wild spread here. Almost 9 points. Buccaneers have played good at times. Again, they're 2-0 on the road against the Bills. Knocker, what do you got? Bucks, Bills, kicking off Thursday.
I got the itchy butt is what I have. I really don't know what's going on in the NFL. I don't. Just how did the Bucks lose that game last week? They're on a roll. You know, they're making moves. Things are looking good, and then boom, they fall flat on their face. The Bills. I have no idea. This game's at home for the Bills.
Yeah.
That's just the only reason that I'm going with the cocaine. Bills Mafia.
Bills cocaine, Bills Mafia. All right, I like it. What do you got, Sheets? What do you got?
I also heard Jalen Hurts has the itchy butt after the game the other night as well. This one here, Buffalo is just looking like they could fall apart at any moment, and it's a really shaky train there.
Yeah.
And then you've got Baker Mayfield, who's coming off I'd consider an upset from the Riddler, losing to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good for either team, but this is Buffalo on a Thursday night. I mean, let's break some tables. Buffalo wins.
All right, Buffalo wins. Tony, what'd your guys say? Buffalo here over the Bucks, and by how many?
I love a good spread, so I'm going to have to go with the Buffalo by 17.
Who does it, Tony?
Yeah, who does it? You know, spread them out, dude. Dude, how about let's talk about the spread, dude? How about the spread of points in BRs this season, baby? Those chunkies, Tony. Those chunks, Tony.
Ridiculous,
dude.
I'm almost at 4 million points given out.
Dude, yeah. What's the biggest you give? Because we did a 30, like almost a 30K the other day. What was the biggest? You had like a 114 above that.
183 and a couple of 100s.
3, dude. That is fucking insane, bro. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's funny though. I noticed though, if no one gets big points, you run a BR for 10 minutes and you're just sitting there waiting. You're like,
yeah, you get 25 points.
Yeah, exactly. And you waste 10 minutes. I know. I love it. I love it. All right, we've got Sunday morning here. We've got my Cowboys, Rams 3-4, Cowboys 4-2. Cowboys coming off the bye. They're favored by 6.5 in this one. Rams coming off the loss here. My boys at home here. Knocker, what do you got? You're shaking your head. You don't like it here. What do you got?
Yeah, just the Rams had a shot. I mean, the Rams had a shot in the last 3 games to really make something happen. The Cowboys are on borrowed time. I truly think so, but I just think this last loss for the Rams really sends them into a spiral, and it hurts. It hurts to say.
Agree.
The Cowboys still have something to play for, so just based on that alone, I think the Rams are in trouble, and the Cowboys still have something to play for. So I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Our well-known Cowboys haters, Jacques, what do you got on this one? Rams, Cowboys. Are you going to swallow your pride here and take the smart pick, or you think an upset happens?
Do you swallow, Jacques?
Jacques Sheets only spits. We never swallow around here. And we don't do no tush pushing, that's for sure. But I'm looking at the Cowboys and the tush pushing over there. It's crazy. Had a bye week, Dak. How did it go? It went to something a little like this. You got Micah Parsons out here crying, stop looking at my quarterback. Boo fucking who, boy. You're doing like shit out there. You're playing like crap. And you got the Rams coming in. I mean, what you gonna do? You don't have a secondary that's gonna stop that. Puka and Cup gonna run all over you. This is Rams all day.
Wow. All right, I love it. Tony, Rams, Cowboys. What does your guy tell you? By how much?
My guy says Cowboys by 14.
Oh, I like it. I like your guy. I like your guy. I like it. I like it a lot. How did your fantasy?
Josh?
Are you still over in fantasy, Tony?
I'm fucking dick.
Wow. Josh, did T.O. go on crying about Romo
Cowboys
way
suck.
back in the day?
Oh,
too?
yeah. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. What's this crying over your quarterback BS?
I like the fact he's sticking up for his quarterback. Shut up, all right? Whatever, dude.
Crying.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Even though his
do it without
quarterback
crying.
sucks, I like the fact that he's still being a good teammate. You got to give him that, right? I mean, he probably knows Dak sucks, but he knows he's actually got to say good things about him.
Yeah,
So
they slept together last
I'll
week.
tell you who said some good things this week. That was Stephen A. Did you hear all those rants he went on?
God, I
That's an
know.
amazing man right there. He had a lot to say. I listened to every word. They need to
You are
write a
such a
Bible, the
suck-up.
Bible of Stephen A. Smith.
You are such a suck up looking for that contract.
You are.
It's so
Just look at
fucking
him. Look at
obvious
him. It
right
is.
now.
he's
He
looking.
can't
Listen, he's
stand
got to
his
get out of
ass.
Mama Sheet's basement. He's got to get out of there,
I gotta
dude.
get out. I
He's
gotta get out.
out.
And I know exactly the way I'm gonna go. I'm telling you, you're gonna wake up one morning. It's gonna be Jacques Sheets and Stephen A. every morning, 8 a.m. laughing at the Cowboys. Ha ha! Just like that.
I'll go with the Cowboys here, obviously. They get it done.
Show.
Yeah, exactly. Spit and Swallow Show. Start Stephen A. and Jacques Sheets. All right, next up here, we have a divisional matchup. Knockers crying. All right, here we go. We got a divisional matchup. Man, the Vikings are back, 3-4. Kirk Cousins gets it done.
No,
they're
they're
2-1
not.
on the run. On the road here, Packers 2-4. The Packers are just it's even spread here for the game. Vikings, Packers. I'm gonna go Vikings here because I think Addison is actually coming up, and if once they get back, their main target here, they're gonna be Jefferson. They're gonna be going off. They have a very easy schedule if you look at the next 5 games coming up. Very easy. I like the Vikings here over the Packers. I got no faith in the Packers. And hey, listen, the Vikings won on prime time right now. I think they're kind of turning it around. I'm gonna go Vikings here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Knock.
I think. Sorry, Tokes, but your team's fucking trash. They're just trash,
I don't know if
man.
Tokes is in here. Tokes is probably lurking.
And the Vikings pretty much kind of do this all the time. They have a very shitty start, and then they pick it up, in the middle of the season and squeak into the playoffs. And this is the worst Green Bay team I've seen since maybe the early 70s. They are bad.
1925.
Since back in your day, Knocker, it's the worst team.
Yes, thank you very much, Tony. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the worst Packer team I've seen in like 50 years. They're really bad right now. They are bad.
They going Vikings then?
Fuck you, Tony. Yes, I'm going Vikings.
All right, Jacques, what do you got? Vikings and Packers?
I mean, everybody gets lucky in prime time once. Good job, Vikings. It finally happened to you.
Yeah.
I did.
And now you got to come over through and you got to play Green Bay, who just looks like a pile of shit, and they look worse than you do.
Yeah.
So I got Vikings winning this one.
Right.
It's pretty easy.
I like it.
Right?
Vikings, Packers. What your guys say, Tony?
Yeah, I agree with everybody.
Okay. What about the Vikings? What's the point spread? People need your point spreads because they bet on these. So.
23.
Okay.
Oh,
I like
man.
it. 23.
Vikings blowing them out.
Wow, I like
That's
it.
quite a spread.
That is quite a spread there. Listen,
That
people
big of a
listen to
bet.
Tony. They bet on him. I got to give it out.
That's the Debbie Does Dallas spread right
The 4-3
Doing a lot of
Falcons
Trish
somehow
Wilson
the Riddler finds a way. The Riddler finds a way. Ho makes is his last name Ho the kicker. Ho makes the kick for the Falcons to put them at 4-3, saving the season for them. The Titans are 2-4 here, coming off the bye. Atlanta favored by 3. I don't know what to think about either one of these teams. This is just a crapshoot on this one. You want to think the Falcons ride the momentum, but then Riddler on the road against the Titans after the week off. I'm actually going to go with the Titans to get this done. I don't trust the Falcons even after last week. I think Riddler, whatever you want to call him, is not a good quarterback. And I'm going to take the Titans off the bye here in a very close game, sloppy game, boring game. But Knocker, what do you got? Falcons, Titans. I'm going to use your restroom too, so go ahead. And go ahead, Jacques, next.
What is the story with Bijan Robinson? Because I'm reading that he's hurt and they didn't disclose it, and there's an investigation and just blah 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 blah. The Falcons right now to me are the biggest enigma in the NFL. I have no idea if they're good or not. They're a 50-50 ball club, pretty much on the record and what have you. And just Tennessee, are the wheels coming off every time you think they're going to dive? They come back and they power a game, and you're back on the wagon. I just don't know. I wish I didn't even have to pick this game, but if you got to, so I'm gonna go with the Titans. So what do you got on this one, Jacques?
Yeah, Atlanta's
It's
a whole lot of confused. I mean, it's
Right?
like you watched the Atlanta game this last week, and they discovered Mike Pitts, and it's like, we've got Mike Pitts on our team.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing with Bijan Robinson. It's like a team with dementia over there. One minute they remember they got a guy, the next minute they don't. They forget who's there. And then you got Tennessee, who
thank you,
last I
Maven, yeah.
heard is having a surplus. They're trying to trade everybody away and sell everybody. Finally, maybe Derrick Henry can pick up and go to a good team.
I hope he does. He does.
This game here, to me, honestly, could almost go any way because Atlanta,
Agree.
again, the offense is finding their way. Like I said, they're discovering new people every week. The roster's growing for them. It's amazing, and that hoe can kick. So
That's what I'm saying.
With
Nothing
that
like a
said,
good hoe
I
that
think
can kick.
Atlanta's got more going on, and I think Atlanta can
All
pull
right,
this one.
Sheik going with Atlanta. Knocker, did you go Atlanta or did you go Tennessee?
I just went with the home team because
Okay.
I wish I didn't have to vote on this game because I have no effing idea.
Yeah, I
about
agree.
Either one of these teams. Every time you lean this way,
Yeah,
they kick you in the balls,
I
and
agree.
every time you lean
Yep.
that way,
That's why I'm
they
kind of
kick you in
going
the
against the
balls.
Falcons
So-
here. I'm just kind of like fading the Falcons' momentum here because I know they're going to fucking eat shit eventually. You know what I mean? Right
Right.
after. Tony,
Right.
what do you got here? What's the guy say? Falcons, Titans. What do you got?
I got Ho.
You got
So I'm going to go with Atlanta.
by how much?
10.
I would love someone like, all right, putting $100 on that. Like they're just like marking it down right now. I love
And
it.
what's crazy is he's just as good as Vegas. I mean, he's
Yeah,
just
he is.
as good as Vegas.
I mean, look
is
at his
right now
nicely
on
new
this
furnished
stuff.
apartment. This is all from
I
Vegas
love
winnings
the
from all of his
shirt.
picks.
It is.
It is.
I'm loving the sheen on the shirt. Those are some nice satin silk sheets.
$1
He's
on
wearing
that.
That has
shirt,
a shine.
man. I'm
on
loving
that.
it,
I'm
man.
loving it.
Yeah, I
Where's
really.
my
am.
sheets?
Yeah, it looks really good. I feel like it gives you like a sense of just like you're kind of outdoors but indoors with all the plants going on and stuff. You know what I mean? It looks very nice. It looks
Right,
very
nice
nice.
little China, a little
Yeah.
Taiwanese triad look. You got
I
that
have a
China
question about it here.
triad
Really,
look.
Yeah. What?
Uh-oh.
Go.
Uh-oh.
I'm kind of curious. What inspired the all white there, Tony?
Ashes.
Fuck.
I'm just glad that you got
She
the pic.
designed it all.
I'm just glad you got the picture of Knocker out from behind you because that got a little disordered. Did that picture make it on the travel or?
No, that's my bedroom.
Oh,
This is
that's
my
your.
living
Oh,
room,
that's
bro.
your. Oh, that's true. That's right.
love it.
Shit.
When your date shows up, it goes, "Wow, interesting picture, Tony."
Yeah,
it
what
is.
a
Would
yeah,
you
what a
like to
difference
know?
knocker from his date.
With
Yeah.
a bull steak.
What a different when his date walks into the family room, into the bedroom, it's completely different environment. Completely different environment. Next up here, knocker, the Saints 3-4 on the road against the Colts, and the Colts fans are pissed right now. They want an investigation. It's a crap. But both these teams looking to get back to 500. Saints, Colts here. Indy favored by 1. Pretty much crapshoot. Saints, Colts, knocker. What do you got?
I think the Saints are just derailed. I don't know what happened to them.
Carr seems to have lost his cool a little bit with the team.
I think the whole team is just kind of imploded, you know, and the Colts through injuries and this and that. And can we please? I'm begging the NFL. I'm begging on my knees,
He's
and
begging.
I've never begged for anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
Can we stop with these stupid ass ugly motherfucking uniforms?
What does it matter? The fact that you care.
Because Josh,
This
it's
is knocker. Just watch
entertainment.
the game.
It has to be appealing to the eye. Those
You are an
dumbass.
angry get off my lawn right now, dude.
I am. Those dumbass, all blue, stupid ass, ugly fucking uniforms are
It shouldn't
have an
aggravate
identity.
you this much, though. Your
It
blood
does.
pressure, sir.
Have an identity. White pants, blue piping, blue freaking shirt, Colts helmet, and let's go kick your ass. I walk out there. I don't even know what team I'm playing on. Is this the Nike team? Who's our sponsor this week? You know what? We all look pretty fucking silly. Just, I hate it. I hate it. Can we
Okay.
please stop it? Can we please,
Okay.
please?
With that being
please
said, would you like to
stop
pick
it.
the score of the game?
With that being said, I think the Colts win. I think they're in a better
love you,
place.
dude.
They're in a better place than the.
All right.
than
Colts
the
over
right
Saints
now.
is knocker. Sheet, what do you got?
I'm actually going to go a little opposite there. I actually kind of I liked the helmet design from that. The uniform, not so much. The helmet was good. It just
Okay.
reminded me too much of Duke. But from what I'm reading today, it looks like Chris Olave goes a lot faster in a car than with Derek
Did
Carr.
you get pulled
driving the
over speeding or
offense.
what? Did you get pulled over?
Derek, yeah, he got pulled over last night.
Wow.
Driving 70 and 35,
Please tell me he wasn't
charged
drunk,
with
though.
Reckless driving.
Oh, God. At least he wasn't drinking, though.
Yeah, there
Fuck.
was no alcohol
Okay.
involved, or at least they didn't report. I mean, this is Louisiana. You can get away with it, so.
Right.
But either way, like, you make millions of dollars. Why would you even jeopardize your
I
career
never
like
understand
that?
why pro athletes of
I
any
don't
sport,
get it.
yeah, either do I.
Yeah.
You
Over
know,
this.
it's up to you. His brother was quoted in the paper that he was coming home from CVS. Chill, y'all. That's literally the quote that was in the
That's what the
paper.
quote was. Chill, y'all. He's picking up his meds. Chill, y'all.
He was driving home from CVS. Nothing serious.
So it's
And
cool.
like, oh yeah, so yeah, he was just driving 70 and a 35. It's nothing
Right.
serious.
But that's
You
cool.
know,
CVS.
oh,
Oh,
good.
he was coming from the bar.
Yeah,
There's a
I
big
mean,
deal,
you know,
right?
big difference. CVS might be code for the bar.
Yeah, he had to go
Either way
pick up.
here-
He had to go pick up his oxy. You know.
Yeah, he
Either
did.
way here, like I said, that was
Maybe
the
he had to
headline
take a
today.
dump.
But it's the
Yeah, maybe he had to
Saints.
poop, you know? Maybe he had to poop. Who knows? Like, I
Yeah,
honestly,
there.
not going to lie, I
Been
spent,
there.
after I dropped off Penny, it hit me, and I drove quite fast on the way home to get
Oh
to my
my
apartment,
God,
not going to
gosh.
lie.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember what I used to pick up at CVS. And they took me there and good night every once in a while. But either
Right.
way,
It's now illegal.
Yeah, what do you
like
got
I
here?
said, the
Saints
reason
or
I
Colts
said
here?
that,
Yeah.
though, it's like that though. Like this car-driven offense is so awkward and weird. Goes down the field, looks
Weird.
good,
Yeah, right.
freezes up in the red zone. Indy's doing better, and they got Minshew out there with the mustache. So again, I'm gonna go with Indianapolis.
All right, Indy at home. Tony, what's your boys say? Saints, Colts here.
Colts by 7.
Colts by 7. I'm going with the Colts by 7-2. I actually like that pick a lot. Big game here. Patriots. I mean, they went and beat the Bills. Can they beat the Dolphins? I don't know here. I think this is absolutely a slaughter here. Patriots, Dolphins. No, Dolphins at home here. I just think this is okay. We fucked up again. Let's right the ship against a bad, shitty team. The spread's 9.5. I'm going Dolphins at home here. I mean, that's a logical pick, Knocker. You're shaking your head, but you know you're going Dolphins.
No, I'm going hoodie in the points. Man.
Oh my God.
I am. Miami has had plenty of chances since the lopsided game to prove that they are elite. And even in the games that they've won, they have not proven that they're elite. I think they're fake. I
Okay,
really
so
do.
you're going Patriots
I
upset.
I think the hoodie with all the bad things that are being said, they're actually talking about firing him. 1 year after all this, they're actually talking about firing him.
I don't think that's a bad choice. We've already talked about a coach overstaying his welcome, so we've already talked about that.
I think this is a Bitterman win.
Wow, you're going Patriots. This is your upset special of the week right here. All right,
the wagons and they win. Yes.
All right, Sheet. Do you are you with this upset alert? Is Knocker? Is he smoking something? What's going on?
Honestly, with Miami, I was more surprised at them losing to Buffalo than I am Philly. Again, hate the tush push, but Philly does have a decent defense. It was there, it showed up, and whenever you can't line up straight on the line before the snap even starts, you're not going to win the game. So, I mean, that being said, though, they get back to business here. They pick up New England here.
Yeah.
It's a team that's just not getting it together. Could the Patriots surprise us all? Yes, it's not impossible, but Miami's getting back home. Start the party. Let's get it going again. Right. Conga lines all day. Miami.
All right, Miami here. Tony, what's your boy say? Is this a big blowout here? Miami over the Patriots here?
You got to go Miami by 10.
All right, I like it. Oh, it's not. Actually, you know what? That's a good little call there. Miami by 10. Put it on it. I like it. I like it.
Vegas spread, right?
I like it. Yeah, Vegas is 9.5. Yeah, Tony's right on it. Tony's right on it. Next game here. God, this game is so disgusting. Both these New York teams, the Jets 3-3 against the Giants 2-5. This is such a bad game.
Listen, Giggles, relax.
These are so bad. These offenses are so terrible. Jets versus Giants here. The Jets are favored by 3. I'm going with the Jets because they have a better defense, and I feel like they got a little more momentum on offense than the Giants, who are still struggling with injuries. I got to go Jets in a fucking terrible game here. Like 16-13 something. I don't even know. Knocker, what do you got?
I'm sorry, Fear, but your team it's just really hard to watch. It's extremely hard to watch. At least the Jets, even when they lose this year, for the most part, have been competitive.
True.
And I like the way they on the sidelines, I think they're still pulling for each other as a team. So if on the intangibles, I'm going to go with the Jets.
All right, I like it. Sheet, what do you got at the New York battle of the New York teams here? What do you got?
To be honest, this Giants team looks a hell of a lot better with Tyrod Taylor at the lead.
True.
I agree.
Tyrod's been out there the past few weeks, and they've been within a touchdown of both games. The Jets, I'm not seeing that as much. The offense is still a little confusing there. When it comes to the battle in New York, held in New Jersey, I've got the Giants here.
All right, Giants, bad at home. Tony, this is your hometown here, the battle of the New York teams. You love both of these teams, Jets, Giants. What do you got?
Yeah, I rub one out to each one of them every night. Giants.
That's why the white furniture, in case you were wondering.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it doesn't leave a mark. It blends in with everything.
Exactly, right? If I forget to clean up, no one's gonna know.
You're going with the Jets?
No one will ever know.
Is the Jets your right hand or your left hand?
Yeah, whichever. I might even go to this game. They're paying people to actually go.
Paying people to actually go. I love
it. It's only 10 minutes from my house.
Is it really? Is that how close you are?
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. I like it. All right, big game here in the AFC. A rematch of AFC playoff game a few years ago, and these two teams battling. Jaguars 5-2, man. How about them Jags? Trevor Lawrence has almost 1,700 yards, 8 touchdowns right now so far in the season. The Steelers come out beating the Rams last week. Jags are favored by 3 in this game. This is a really, really fucking good game. Can the Jags for real? This is the game the Jags got to win here, and that's why I'm going with the Jags. I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence, quarterback play here. I think both these teams, like you say, when it comes down, Knocker, I've always been pick the quarterback. That's just my safe play. Right. I'm going Trevor Lawrence, Jags here over Steelers.
This is a very, very,
it is fun game.
Very
fun game.
Interesting
I like this game
because, because you really, even though the Steelers have won a few games and they look like they're back and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
And you can't answer yes. You can't answer yes. You can't answer no. And this is going to be a big game for them.
I mean, the Jags have won 4 in a row here after starting 1-2 on the season. They beat the Saints, Colts, Bills, Falcons all last 4 games.
I think they're over the jet lag and an ugly 3-point game. I'm going to go with Sunshine.
Going Sunshine. All right. What do you got, man? Jags come into, the Steel Town and upset the Steelers here.
Yeah, this is really a prove yourself game for Pittsburgh
Yes.
here because
Yep.
Pittsburgh.
I think for both teams, Sheet. I think for both
had a
games.
decent year.
Yeah, I think for both.
Yeah, like both have had a good year. It's been a silently good year for Pittsburgh. They're looking decent. Don't really know who's scoring the points down there because it's like who's the top name on that team? I don't really know.
Exactly. Name me
But
one, right?
they're 4-2, so I guess they've got something going on. But again, it's the hair. Okay, the hair in Jacksonville. It's always about the hair.
I like it.
If you got good hair, you're gonna win. Jacksonville.
You should know.
All right,
brother.
rolling with the Jacksonville
You should
train
know.
here. What do you got, Tony? Jacksonville or Pittsburgh in this one? What do you got?
Well, I picked Steelers last week,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Who cares?
So I'm not going to pick them this week.
Okay, I like it. I like that. I kind of like this theory,
Because
though.
they ain't going to win 2 games in a row. So Jags.
I love Tony. All right, what do you got at point spread here? Because your betters need the point spread. Like, what do you got?
7.
Jags by 7. Okay, that I actually kind of like that. I think that's a good call. All right,
Vegas is on that.
divisional battle here. You got the Eagles 6-1 coming off the win and the short week coming into battle a Washington team 3-4 here. Philly is favored by 6.5. Eagles, Commanders, aka Commodores as we like to call them here. Eagles, Commanders, Knocker. What do you got?
I just really think the Eagles could just walk into the stadium, stumble around.
Completely
and,
agree.
Win 13-10. And I think that's.
I hate to
exactly
admit it,
what's
but I
gonna
completely
happen.
agree. Yep, I agree. Sheet, what do you got?
I noticed something last week. The NFC East last week, the Cowboys were on bye, but they still fit in. 3 out of 4 teams of the NFC East wore throwbacks last week.
Okay.
It was rather fitting. And then you looked at Washington, and Washington didn't. I was kind of disappointed there a little bit. But,
Yeah.
I guess we got to let it slide. But here's what we're not going to let slide, and that is that the Philadelphia Eagles come in and take that win.
Yep, I agree with you. I think they come in like Knocker said. I think they could play one of their crappier games and still win this one. Tony, what do you got? Eagles, Commanders here. What's your boy say?
This is a 2 TD Eagles win.
I like it. I think I'm
Nice.
kind of with that as well. I like it. All right,
Alright.
game here, Knocker. Hey, how about the surprise Texan team? They're 3-3.
Right?
Yeah, how about it? I like it, man. I like watching CJ Stroud. 9 touchdowns on the year, almost 1,700 yards, only 1 touchdown. 1 interception on the year. Texans 3-3, traveling to an 0-6 Panthers team that just has been absolutely embarrassed all season, and I don't know if they really know the direction that they're going in. This Texans team has a definite wild card possibility. Even maybe the division. See how the division's going. I like Texans here over Panthers, man. I'm going to ride the CJ Stroud, controlling the ball, throwing some touchdowns. I like him. Here we go. What do you got?
I think Carolina has an idea the direction they're going. I do. I just think it's going to take 2 to 3 years.
I'm not a fan
to
of their quarterback. I don't think he's going to be something.
I'm kind of iffy. You know how I feel about Alabama quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Josh. You know,
that's why I say that at the same time.
Right.
Like, I'm
So-
just going by, the tail of the tape here,
I'm just gonna give, as a human being, I kind of like him.
I like his personality, but that don't translate to wins.
He's a cousin of one of Fear's best friends.
Oh,
So
is he?
I'm
Okay,
kinda-
so you're rooting for.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta.
No, I like it. No, I get it. I get it. I'm not rooting for.
And-
I'm not trying to say that he's a bad person. I just, from what I've seen, and again, he's playing on a team that doesn't have much talent as well. So I got to give him that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you got to give him that little
Yeah.
3-year window.
Yeah.
That being said, that they're going
Texans,
to lose
right?
this week.
Yeah.
So,
I really love CJ Stroud though. I really like this kid. I do. What do you
He's
got, man?
doing well.
Are you on the Stroud train with us?
Yeah, this game here, a battle of 2 quarterbacks that lost to Georgia. Very interesting there to see
love it.
that. But I got to give it out.
Wow.
Got to give a shout out to CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud has had a
Right?
like you said, a silently good
They
year.
Yeah.
down there in the year.
Rookie of the year.
3 of 3.
Mhm.
I said at the beginning of the season.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the season, I was really interested to see what the AFC South was going to do with all these rookie quarterbacks coming in, and I've been real pleased with what I've seen out of them.
Agree.
And again, Carolina, you've got nothing going on. I mean,
Yeah.
Thielen's your best player. That's nothing to write home about.
Yep.
Houston, I think Stroud takes this. Houston wins.
I like it. Tony,
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We're past the
Are you
Jets
shaking?
game.
Yeah, you better have your drink in your hand,
we're-
mixing it or
we're-
something, dude. Like,
We're past the Jets and Giants.
yeah, we're past
Hands
the
I'm
on
J- yeah.
scratching
table.
my leg.
Hands
man.
on the table.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
He said he was getting
Uh-huh.
dressed. We haven't confirmed. the box.
yeah.
I'm just in a shirt.
Yeah, exactly. He's
That's about
definitely just in his shirt. What's your guy tell us? Texans Panthers here. What do you got?
it. Panthers by 3.
Stop making that motion while you make your
Wow.
picks. It's very distracting. I like it. All right, next game up here. We've got the Browns Browns are 4-2, man. That
Grown.
defense is for real. That defense for the Browns is legit for real. We saw their quarterback get knocked out last week. I know he's probably under concussion protocol. I haven't looked up how he's doing this week. But again, the Seahawks are 4-2 knocker. Geno Smith, Seahawks favored by 3 here. I've been on the Seahawks train kind of all year. I think they're a dark horse to make some noise this year. But the Browns come in with a great defense. This is a very good game here, a very tough game to pick. So I'm gonna see what you guys have to say first. Knocker, Browns, Seahawks. What do you got?
Well, I actually think the way the season's gone, it's actually better if Deshaun doesn't play.
I'm not sure if Watson. I'm looking up to see what his status is at the moment right now. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of I wish Seattle had a better quarterback.
They say this is as of 1 hour ago. They say he has a strain of the subscapularis within the rotator cuff. That's what Adam Schefter is reporting.
That's
so
bad.
is that bad? I don't know what the fuck that means.
That's
so
anything that has to do,
That's a butthole.
No tush push for him.
Yeah.
anything that has to do with rotator cuff.
Yeah,
and
it
the
says here,
shoulder,
per the
that's
report,
bad
this type
thing.
of injury in
Yeah.
baseball normally causes pitchers to miss 4 to 6 weeks. He's
Exactly.
hoping to shorten that window while rehabbing. The veteran quarterback has missed 2 games. Yeah, so PJ Walker is going to be his replacement. So, again, I think that's huge in this game as well. For that reason, again, I think I'm going to go with the Seahawks in this one. Knock.
I would love to see.
Drumster, good to see you.
I would love to see Seattle with Mahomes or one of the other top. I really don't think there's a whole lot of top echelon quarterbacks, to be honest with you. I think it's a lot of.
I agree with you. I think there's
I really do.
think there's
I think
5
the
or 6
NFL
top
is-
tier, and then there's a lot of mids yeah.
Exactly, that are getting a whole bunch of run, and
Agree.
I really don't think they're all that good. I just don't.
With that being
But
said, though, where are you going?
With that being said, I would love to see what this team would do with a top-notch quarterback, because
Gotcha.
I think they're a pretty good football team.
Agree.
They just don't score enough points to get to the Super Bowl.
But Brown's no quarterback, though.
Well, yeah, and you go to Seattle. That's a tough
Yeah.
place to play.
Yeah.
So you got to go with Seattle. With
Agree.
this one.
Sheet, what do you got here? Seahawks, Browns in this one.
Honestly, I'm kind of feeling the same way here that I was about Pittsburgh, about Cleveland. Like, are you for real at this point?
Right.
Because the last 2 weeks, you've kind of won games, and at the end of the day, you've looked at everybody and go, "How am I doing this? What the hell's going on?" Like,
Yeah.
you've kind of pulled it out on some last minute shenanigans and last minute stuff going on. So, are you for real or not? You're going into a hard environment at Seattle. As much as I want to pick Cleveland because of what they've done the last few
Right,
weeks,
yeah.
Seattle just has the weapons this week
Right.
to take care of it. But
tough.
hey, once again, the elf's going to run around out there and go boogity boogity boo, and Cleveland's going to win. So
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Cleveland again. Tukey says again. I mean, Tukey's for real here. It says that they beat the Niners without a quarterback too. I mean, they did. They beat the. But again, that was a missed kick. So say what
home,
you
though.
want, Izelle. So
At home.
again, thank you for the raid to Cajun. I appreciate it. Welcome in Raiders. I appreciate it. Tony's going with. Oh my God.
Stop
there it is.
shaking your shoulders.
I'm
Chat,
going with
look at this.
Cleveland
Look at this
by
guy.
7.
Look at this guy.
Hands on the table.
I gave him full screen too. Look at this guy. He's got a Cleveland elf, whatever you call that, behind him.
That thing right there is magical.
It is magical.
I don't even know his name. What's his name? Brownie?
Yeah, Tony, does he have a name?
Deliverance.
I have no idea. Keebler?
Ah, what'd you say?
Is it Keebler? Or those are the
Keebler.
cookies?
His name's Keebler. I like it. No, I like Keebler.
Wow.
I like Keebler. I like Keebler, even though you ruined cookies
It's
for me.
brownie.
Yeah, you
It's
ruined cookies.
brownie.
Yeah, you just
See?
ruined fucking cookies
His
for
name's
me.
Brownie.
All right, here we go.
Why? What's wrong with it?
His name's
All I know is
Brownie.
Brownie. All I can see is that thing whispering in your ear. Can you squeal like a pig?
No,
That's all-
no,
that's all I'm seeing.
Knocker. It's whispering in his ear. Tush push. Push, push.
Exactly. That's what I was hearing.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
That's what I was
Yeah,
hearing.
exactly.
Just get
Here we
ready.
go.
Here comes the push.
Knocker, your hated team
Brace
finally
yourself.
got a win. The Broncos at home, 2-5, pulling off their second win of the season. The Chiefs, 6-1, coming in. The Taylor Swift train continued. Kelsey is having an absolute monster season since being with Kelsey so far. Mahomes goes off last week. He's got 2,000 yards already, 15 touchdowns. Chiefs, Broncos, KC favored by 8. What do you got, Knocker? I'm going Chiefs in an obvious pick here.
Okay, NFL. This is not that fucking hard. You get paid so much fucking money. A, spy Mahomes. I don't care what else you do on defense. You bring in a safety, and his only job is to spy.
Okay,
Patrick
listen, Coach
Mahomes.
Knocker. Listen here, Coach Knock. Okay.
What?
Listen, dude. Listen.
What?
Are you blaming the NFL or are you blaming the defensive coaches?
No, the defensive coaches.
Okay.
The other teams.
Okay. I want to make sure.
This is how Kansas City beats you. So, number one, you designate your best athlete on defense, and his whole job the entire game is to mirror Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
That's his job.
Okay.
Number
1B.
two.
Yeah. Number 2. Okay.
How many times does Travis Kelsey have to catch a pass 14 yards between the hash marks before somebody fucking decides that, hey, maybe we should put somebody between the hash marks and mirror Travis Kelsey?
Okay.
Maybe,
His favorite number is
maybe that's a
22.
good idea
Yep.
that we should do
Thank
this.
you. Thank you, Sheet.
Because if we do this, we might have a chance. But no, every flipping drive, Kelsey for 14, Mahomes on the sprint out, blah blah blah. Just it's
Okay.
mind-boggling how stupid coaches are and how simple this game could be. If it was in your backyard at the church on Sunday afternoon flag football, the first thing I would be saying, Josh, you got Mahomes.
Okay.
If he takes
Yeah,
a
that's
shit,
gonna go well.
if he takes a shit, you wipe his ass.
I'd pay to see that game.
Fear. Your job is to cover Kelsey.
I'd pay to see that one too.
And everybody else, we're just going to play a standard defense. But we're not going to let those two guys do it. And I just don't understand it week to week to week to week to week.
Okay.
That being said, the Chiefs won.
I love the greatest explanation. All right, what do you got, Sheet? That was a classic Knocker explanation.
Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for finally scoring over 20 for the second time this season. But at the same time, I mean, you're still winning.
Shut up,
So
Trey.
what can you say? It's like you're doing enough on the field to pick up the win, go home and score. Well, at least that's what Travis Kelsey says.
Okay.
You're playing Denver this week. I'll be
Damn,
honest.
Jed.
Watch out for Russell Wilson. He is having a good year.
Ooh, look at you.
But Travis Kelsey scoring Taylor, so Kansas City wins.
That was great. Tony, are you going with Chiefs and Taylor Swift or the Broncos and Russell Wilson here?
Well, if the Broncos can mirror the Chiefs, they might win.
Okay.
Oh,
If they
thank you,
don't,
Tony.
then
Thank
I got
you.
the Chiefs.
Okay.
Thank you, Tony.
By 14.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That's great,
That was fucking
dude.
awesome.
That was so fucking good, dude. God, I love this place. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We've got a few games left here in the afternoon. This is the Battle of the Birds again. Are the Ravens another Super Bowl contender again? We know they've been kind of struggling early in the season, but now they've reeled off some big wins. Lamar Jackson quietly having a good season. Cardinals are in disarray. They're 1-6. Ravens 5-2. Baltimore favored by 8.5 here. Knocker, Battle of the Birds. I'm going with the Ravens in the obvious pick.
Oh, this is such a trap.
The Cardinals are not winning this game. The Cardinals are not winning this game. It's not happening.
But this is.
I know it looks like a trap game, but it's not. This one is not, though.
But the Ravens have always just okay.
I think it's more of a trap that the Jaguars lose to the Steelers than the Ravens lose.
Okay,
to.
I can give you that, but
Yeah.
but this is Baltimore. This is they look so good over here.
I know. I agree with you
boom,
too.
boom,
I
boom, boom.
agree with you too.
And then they lose a game like
Yeah.
what? Like what? If it was somebody like Seattle or something like that, I'd probably go there. But Arizona's really,
Yeah.
really just kind of a shit show. Just based on the look of the draw, I'm going to go with the Ravens.
All right, Sheet, what are you going with? Battle of the Birds here, Ravens, Cardinals.
Well, I mean, Arizona's been a trap all season, and only one team's fell for it so far.
You
And that was the Dallas
fucker! You
Cowboys.
fucker!
Let me remind you, it was the Dallas Cowboys fell for that trap. The greatest week in the NFL. I don't care if they don't win a game. All the rest of the
You
season,
son of a
1-15, and it's against the Cowboys.
Son of a bitch.
That little bald man knows how to run. Josh Dobbs, you are the GOAT. Baltimore wins.
Baltimore. Tony, what do you got? Ravens, Cardinals here.
Ravens by 21.
Oh, Ravens by 21. Let's fucking go. Book it, dude. All you gamblers, book it. Ravens by 21 here. This could be the game of the weekend here.
Love you,
I do love Jacques. It's so good. I love a good game here. This one's going to be a good one on Sunday afternoon. Bengals 3-3, trying to turn the season around here. They've reeled off a couple wins. The 49ers now reeling, coming off 2 straight losses. Bengals, Niners here in a big game. San Francisco at home. They're favored by 6 here. Again, a little banged up. McCaffrey played last week, but still not 100%. Purdy starting to come back down to real life here after a big, last season going into the playoffs and then into this season. Bengals, Niners, Knocker. What do you got here? This is going to be a good game.
I'm looking for some striped helmet push right here.
Okay.
I just watch the 49ers play and they just don't look cohesive. I don't know why. I don't know what happened in the last 2 weeks. Coming off the bye, getting some people healthy. This is still a Super Bowl team.
Agreed.
I think the Bengals come in and surprise people.
Oh, wow. Going Bengals in the upset. All right,
Yeah.
She, what do you got? Bengals, Niners, probably the game of the week here.
This game right here, San Francisco, it is no longer pretty. There's nothing pretty going on down there. Cincinnati's coming off the bye, and Joe Burrow's watching Philly and hoping he gets a tush push one day, but I don't think that's ever going to happen either. San Francisco right now, I mean, you got this week. After that, you go in the bye next week, I believe it is, and they are so ready for that bye week to hit.
I agree.
And a fresh Cincinnati coming out of it's going to go in there, and Burrow's ready to put a stamp on it and quiet some of these rumors about his team this season because it hasn't looked good before the bye.
Agree.
So you're coming out of it, so I think it's time to shut some of those rumors up and take over. Mr. Burrow takes the win.
Damn, 49ers, you're calling 49ers lose 3 games in a row. This is crazy. What do you got, Tony? Bengals, Niners here, man.
The Niners.
Ooh. Give me
10.
Niners by 10. Yeah, I love the confidence in it. I love the confidence in it.
Wow.
The confidence in Tony right now. I like it. Man, you guys really swayed me, but now when Tony's so confident with 10, I was going to roll Bengals.
Takes a little more than once to
It's
bring
very
these big
hard.
guys down.
I know, but it's very hard for me to go a team that I think is a really good team to lose 3 games in a row. And that's why I'm giving hesitance on picking the Bengals in this, because I feel like the Niners, they can't lose 3.
It's not going to happen.
I know, that's the thing. It's like, it's not going to happen, right? Like, it doesn't happen at home. But man, the Bengals coming off the bye, everything's setting up for. I'm gonna go Tony. I'm gonna go Niners. I'm gonna give him one more chance here. I think that I'm gonna go. All right, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. I'm gonna go Niners here. All right, next game here we got Sunday. How does this game not get flexed out? The Bears and the Chargers is what we get Sunday Night Football. God, really? 2-5 Bears on the road against the Chargers at home, which is probably gonna be a home game for the Bears because more Chicago fans. Yeah, there's more.
Game?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would take the Browns and Seahawks as a better game than this.
Right? Exactly.
Bears Chargers here. Again, they're gonna be coming in. There's gonna be more Bears fans than Chargers in this game because Chicago fans travel well and Chargers have no fans here. But again, Chargers at home. Chargers are favored by 9 in this one. 8.5 here, Knocker. Both these teams need this win to save their season. What do you got?
Okay, this is going to get a little risky because this is my
Sell the team,
rant.
says Haley from Chicago.
This is my rant. Colin Cowherd, you can suck my ass. You spent your whole fucking show making excuses about Justin Herbert. Oh man, the late picks. Well, it's because he's had 3 different offensive coordinators and 2 different head coaches and blah 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 blah.
Oh,
But you know
GT Knocker hates him.
You know, so did Baker. But you blamed it on Baker. So did, Carr, but you blamed it on Carr. So did this guy. So did that guy. Oh, it's not Herbert's fault that he's had these. You can just suck my big fat Johnson. I cannot stand
I'll join you
You're
after the
just
show,
a
Grum.
You're just a bunch of freaking hot air. Justin Herbert has to stop throwing interceptions. The fact that he's on his third coordinator has nothing to do with the fact that he can't win a game in the fourth quarter. They've been the same team for the last 4 years.
Docker, you're gonna like this. GT says Cowherd is worse than Romo sucking off Allen and Mahomes.
Thank you. Am I right, GT? He's throwing all this praise on Herbert and not blaming him when so many quarterbacks have gone through the same damn thing. That's why you're a dick, Coward. You make a whole bunch of money. You do. You make a whole bunch of money. You make a ton more money.
Oh, is
than
this
me.
that rant you're waiting for? Is that what this is?
Yes.
The rant okay.
Yes. But you're an ass. All you like to do is see yourself talk and hear yourself talk. You're a fucking dick. I know more football than you will ever know in your entire life.
Okay. Bears Chargers though? Bears Chargers?
Bears.
Okay, go Bears. Sheet, what do you got on that? What do you got on that take? And how are your thoughts? Because I know you're trying to work, get in the line with, ESPN, Fox Sports maybe over there. What are your thoughts on Cowherd, first of all?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'll tell you how threatened ESPN people are feeling right now. You saw I called out Pat McAfee a couple of weeks, and he's already talking about he might not sign back. I'm just saying, you felt the heat, Pat. I'm coming for your job. That simple. When it comes to this game here, I'm looking at, honestly, I've got to agree with Knocker. This is simple. Josh Herbert can't figure this out, and you've had more than enough time to do it. It's a mess. You've looked like a mess. And I'm sorry, but to me, Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Josh Herbert. And Justin Fields is being brought down by a franchise.
I love how you're saying Josh Herbert instead of Justin Herbert. I love you.
Whatever his name is.
Who cares? It's Herbert. Who cares?
Who cares? You earn your first name whenever you get out of the pick column. Let's put it that way. It's that simple. Either way, Justin Fields out there again misses last week, and then you got this Badgett guy, but comes in out of nowhere, stomps Jimmy G and the Raiders.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the Chargers and going, you ain't no better than them. So who the heck do you think you're going to be this week?
True.
An L's coming your way. It's easy. Bears win.
All right, damn,
Thank
both
you.
you with the Bears. Damn, Tony, Bears Chargers. What do you got?
Fuck them all. Josh Herbert, Justin Herbert, Josh, whatever the fuck, Bears.
Damn, I'm going Chargers. I'm going against all of you. Fuck the Bears. They're not winning this game. There's no way the Bears are winning this game, dude. The Bears are terrible. Listen, it might be a tie. I'm going with Josh Herbert. I'm going with Josh Herbert and the Chargers here. We've got Monday Night Football, Knocker. The 3-4 Raiders with Jimmy D traveling into the Lions, who are going to try and lick their wounds here. They're going to try and lick their wounds here. Detroit favored by 8. I got to take the Lions over Raiders, even though who the fuck knows in this game? I have no idea. What do you got, Knocker?
Put him up.
Going with the Lions.
On my back.
All right. Got the Lions. What do you? Yeah.
This is the biggest fucking blowout of the weekend.
Oh wow. All right. What do you got, Sheet?
Hey, all I got to say is in Detroit, the circle of life is coming back. It's coming back. They're going to raise up Simba, and everybody's going to kneel down as the Lions rise back to Pride Rock and take the win.
Love it.
And
We got the rock from
it.
Lummy.
It's not going to be like an easy. No, they're going to take the win.
Ooh, I like it with the roar. I like it. What do you got, Tony? What do you got, Raiders, Lions?
Lions by 21.
Oh, let's see. He called it. See, like he knows it. He's on top of it. He's on top of it.
This is going to be ugly, Josh. This is going to be ugly.
All right, I like it.
It is.
I like it. Well, those are going to be our Week 8 picks. Make get your picks in. Make your picks in chat. And again, thank you so much, boys, for coming in. Thank you, Gooch, for that was cool that Gooch made a stop over it, even though he's live and fucking.
Question before we get out of here.
Yeah.
One question. This one goes to you, Knock.
Okay.
A lot of talk. Do you sit Caleb Williams for the rest of the season?
Yes.
Should he be seated?
Yes.
Or should he continue to play?
Yes.
I really want to know your opinion on that.
Yes.
What's your opinion? Should he play the rest and finish his college years, or should he sit and save himself?
This is my opinion. If you have ball one, you don't quit on your teammates. You did not go to USC to sit on past laurels. You went to USC to win the national championship. You went to USC to turn the program around. Now the biggest stumbling block you have is your defensive coach. No.
And your offensive line.
I do not sit, and depending on where my position is in the draft,
He's number 1.
I know what number he is, Josh.
So then what does it matter? It's a position then, dude. That makes no
It
sense.
matters what fucking team he's going to.
No, I get
Okay.
that. But why the fuck, if I'm Caleb Williams, why the hell do I care about playing the rest of this season?
Because Caleb seems to me like an athlete who cares about his teammates.
Okay, watch him blow out his
I-
ACL, MCL in 2 weeks from now.
He asked me the question, not you, bitch.
Okay.
Let me answer the question.
Oh!
All right? This is why he stays and plays. Because the NIL is taking care of all his money needs. He doesn't have to play in the NFL for money. He has to play for legacy. He still has a shot, if not this year, next year, for a Heisman Trophy. Only one other man on the planet has done that. I don't think Caleb quits on his players. I really don't think he's that kind of guy. So no, now the coach might say, "Hey, why don't you sit out the rest of the season?" I think Caleb says, "F you, I'm going out on my shield," and that's my opinion on that. That's the kind of guy I think he is. I think he's that kind of guy. I'm playing for my teammates, and I've already made enough money to retire on, so I want a championship.
Okay. I think the smart thing for him to do was set the season. I think
That's because you're a millennial.
I think this team's doing a disservice. I think his team's doing a disservice to him, honestly. And I think that when it comes to something like that, your team's not going to make the playoffs. You're not going to make a decent bowl game other than something named the Tortilla Chip Bowl or something. There's really, what the hell are you really doing here? So I'm sitting if I'm him, and I feel, and again, this is another, I love USC and I'm a USC fan, but I don't like the hype around USC. I think they're a very badly run college football system, and they have been, and they have been, and I don't like the fact that you constantly keep thinking that they're up at the upper echelon as all these other teams are, and they're not.
Real, Josh.
And they're not.
Wrong.
No, you're
I've
not.
been
You
real.
are so
I told
unrealistic
you-
about college football.
I told you they were going to lose to
You're
Notre
so
Dame.
unrealistic
I
about college
told
football,
you-
Knocker. No, you're not. You're unrealistic. You're going to sit there and say you're going to watch college football and say that you're not going to watch NFL because of refereeing. You're full of shit. You
No,
came in
I'm
here,
saying-
come in here next week and say a blown call in an LSU game cost you money, and you're going to come in here. You're full of shit. You're
I'm
full
saying
of
college
shit.
football is a much better
No, it's
product
not.
than the NFL.
No, it's not. You're full of shit, and I love you. Okay.
Okay.
But thank you for stocking my fridge. I really appreciate
Next
it.
time you need a babysitter.
Yeah,
fuck you.
thank you for stocking my fridge. It's really nice to come home to have my fridge stocked tonight. So thank you.
I love you, Josh.
I love you too, man. Thank you so much. Again, Knocker's going to be on tomorrow. Knocker's going to
Yes,
be
I
on
am.
tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Pacific for his normal
Making
hump day
tacos right
races.
now.
Oh, making
I'm making
tacos.
tacos right now,
Oh,
bro.
sounds good. Oh, Knocker, you'll be proud. I made rice pilaf. I made I made rice pilaf, red potatoes in the air fryer, and then I cooked up shrimp marinated in cilantro, lime, olive oil. Yeah, I made some fresh shrimp put on top. It was a good meal tonight. It was a good meal. It was a good
And
meal.
then heated it all up in the microwave.
Yes,
With the
exactly.
tortilla, right?
Yeah, with the tortilla on top, fuckers. All right, Knocker's gonna be on
Threw it away in
tomorrow.
the box that said frozen food. Here. Threw it all away in the trash and covered it up.
Yeah, but again, everyone's like, Josh. I told him, Knock, I learned to cook from you. I did. You're a good cook,
Yes.
so I learned from you. So again, Jacques Sheet. Again, thank you. You're off next week, right? You're on vacation. The Sheet's going on vacation next week.
Taking my
Vegas,
vacation
baby,
already.
Vegas.
Enjoy.
Going to somewhere on the beach to sip something strong.
That's what I'm
That's what
talking
I'm
about,
talking
Sheet.
about.
So we'll miss you next week, but we'll see you in a couple, man. You have a great vacation. You deserve it.
Love you, brother.
Tony, again, thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm glad that you're back
Love you,
and keep
Tony,
crushing. And we love you always in your every week, man. Seriously, it's so good to have you. And you keep that nice little apartment there nice and white and clean, okay?
Oh, it's definitely gonna get whiter after this.
All right. I love you, boys. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of the night.
All right, man.
Good night.